I'm gonna make the most bestest board game the world has ever seen. Am I confident in my abilities? Absolutely. Did I record this bit before making the board game? Absolutely. Today I'll tackle all 5 challenges of making a board game, and then we'll see if the results are even playable in the final playtest. So without further ado, let's get this tripod out and film my failures. The first challenge in making a board game is coming up with an idea. I usually have plenty of ideas, but today my idea was simply to make a board game. This is my notebook. I'm writing upside down for comedic effect. So, the idea for the game is that
the players play as countries on Earth trying to colonize a recently found planet that sustains not only life, but also hosts 4 major biomes. The cheese biome, the mining biome, the trees biome, and the wet puddles biome. The players will be able to build houses and nukes, gather resources, and attack other players for the eventual goal of planetary domination. Kinda like a cross between Catan and Risk.
Now might be a good time to mention the resources I have at my disposal. Board Game Kit 1, Board Game Kit 2, Notebook, 1 McBook, Golden Rubik's Cube, essentially some garbage. And some other stuff, I don't know. Right, so I have the basic ideas. Now, step 2 is testing my ideas to see if they're any good, or if they taste like that bagel smoothie I made last week. Recipe is in the description. And bang! I printed a small mat for testing. Yeah, it's ugly and small, but after a bit of sprucing up, I'm sure it'll be fine. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna test it digitally. So I played practice round against myself in Google Drawings. Here are some notes I made on the playthrough.
Dear DataPotato, what the bacon bit soaked in avocado juice have you done? Your game is dumb.
Dear myself, thanks for your response, but do you have any actual feedback? Frankly, that was kind of rude.
Dear DataPotato, I'm sorry, I often strive to be kind, but sometimes when I see something stupid I just go crazy. LOL, maybe the game lab will be more fun if you had less bombs, and it didn't take forever to play.
Dear myself, LOL, no, your ideas are dumb. Than my game.
Did I have some good points? Admittedly, and I'm totally going to consider them. But I'm DataPotato. I'm not just gonna admit that to him or me. I don't know. I just had a conversation with myself. And now that my game idea was perfect and I had written actual rules for real, death not lying, trust, I could begin step 3, which is the process of constructing my board game. For starters, I wanted some real board art, so I doodled up 4 squares for each different natural biome, printed them, sliced them perfectly down the middle for comedic effect, and taped them onto my game board, because this is definitely how real game companies do it. Here's a panorama of my game board in action. Wow. Oh no, I ripped my board. Also, the image is sort of faded due to me squeezing the board like a hydraulic press, but whatever. Now that we're on the subject of squeezing, I might as well mention the sponsor of this video, BoardVPN. BoardVPN is the best VPN for 3 main reasons. Reason 1 is it does all the normal VPN stuff, but 3 times better. Not only does it block all the ads on your page, but it also blocks all the content on any page you visit, so your life can remain clutter-free. Hold on, are VPNs even meant to block ads?
Internet says no.
Reason 2 is it lets you watch things that don't even exist yet. Like the Planet of the Monkeys 5, which is all about Keezer and how he gets big muscles from consuming human vaccines. Reason 3 is it has a personality of its own. It's kind of bored, so if you tell it to take you to Italy, it'll probably take you halfway there and drop you in the middle of an ocean or something. Oh, BoardVPN, you're so precious.
Little cheek squeeze.
And best of all, they let me choose the promo code. So just go to
https://www.boardvpn.com/promo?mark equals DataPotato rocks and you should totally suck.
And don't forget the capital letters or else the link won't work. Next, I wanted some little people guys, so I 3D modeled some very unique and stable figurines and printed a bunch of them. By the way, this flat thingy is a raft to help the adhesion of the figurines. I've never actually printed that many parts. It's really satisfying. I also wanted a bunch of tokens for the resources, so I made those. The designs are very clear. It's obviously a cheese, a water, a tree, and a rock.
And today on Hot Takes from DataPotato, if you think that cheese looks like water, then you're weird, just like the majority of the population.
And also, I wanted a bunch of buildings, so I model printed and played with those. And finally, I wanted cards. I tested some materials on the cards I had, and surprisingly, Sharpies outperformed every other kind of mark-making device I owned. So, time to draw.
I thought cards would be easy. Look at them. They're just rectangles, and rectangles are fairly easy, and that's an objective fact, but I couldn't be more wrong. It took me years to draw on these cards, 20 full years, which amounts to decades in dog years.
Anyway, I just realized that with that, I've completed step 3, which means it's time for step 4.
Pizza with wheels. Pizza with just one pepperoni.
But actually, no one likes step 4, so I'm gonna just move on to step 5.
The final playtest.
Before we begin the chaos,
I just want you to know that I really appreciate you watching this. And if we don't make it through, sorry, I'm getting all teary-eyed. If we don't make it through, I just want you to know.
It's a nice box.
It's the rules.
So it's the rules. Let me give them a look. They're so informative.
I didn't write rules. I'll be the ball heads.
One pair of pants later.
So we've got Jerome and Janthony. No, you gotta re-roll for that child.
Re-roll.
Come on, Janthony, get to making people.
All right, great.
Janthony is going to the mines. Janthony has a PhD in time travel.
One pair of pants later.
It's a 7.
Oh, no.
It's an event. Oh, hold on, these aren't shuffled. And
What a shuffle.
there's not enough cards. Useless boy.
Janthony. You gotta pay rent. Janthony does not trust his neighbors. It's a good thing Janthony doesn't trust his neighbors.
What's Janthony gonna do?
Can Janthony murder you?
One pair of pants later.
Place a building anywhere at no cost. I'd like to place a missile.
Don't hurt Janthony. Janthony
Right,
is
anyway.
my homeboy.
Converge.
Converge.
2.
No,
4.
Janthony. I think we're gonna try and reproduce. We've got Jacob and
goodness.
Johansson. Can I not move them on the same turn?
Yeah, no, they're babies. This guy is gonna attack Janthony. Bam!
No!
Bam! That's the end of Janthony.
We love you, Janthony. Oh, I see how it is. Box the infants into a corner.
Pandemic.
What?
One pair of pants later.
It says okay card. Everyone else places a person.
Oh!
No.
Well. Janthony is back, boys.
Why?
Yes!
What?
You cannot stop Janthony.
Fine.
One pair of pants later.
I don't know if I named him earlier, but I'm setting his name to Jarnabas.
Jarnabas.
Roll for victory.
Body swaps. A place is with another guy.
Jarnabas!
Cheese portation. Ha!
Ha!
No! Whoopsies! What do your people spontaneously does? Oh, it's you. Oh,
They all die.
Convert a guy into your guy.
Goodbye, Jacob. Rest in power. Oh!
Take your pick.
Place a building anywhere at no cost. Yeah, I'm gonna do a missile. I'm clever.
The armies of DataPotato converged on Johansson, hoping to take him out before any more damage was done. Little did they know they had stumbled into a conniving trap laid by Janthony himself. A trap so simple they could never see it coming. Johansson had a concealed nuke.
it all came down to this. A roll of the dice.
Higher than a 3 and I take the melee kill. Any lower and I'm wiped out with a close quarters missile.
Hopes were high. The stakes were higher. But in the end, one lived.
And one died.